did on the foot and ankle to the elbow, okay? They're essentially the same kind of joint. So this is going to be for, we have two kind of things happening here. The first one is we think that there's a UCL injury, okay? So that we need some stabilization here. So that when the overhead athlete is throwing or doing something that they're really stressing here. So what we want to do is block that little opening that's happening. If there's a little laxity there, if we can put a piece of tape there, it'll block that from opening up, okay? The other one that we're going to do is more for the tricep and the elbow, the person who has that posterior impingement, or maybe they have an olecranon bursitis, or maybe they have a triceps tendonitis or tendinopathy. Something that's causing pain into the end range of extension, and you don't have time to mobilize it or work through it or treat it or take the time off. And so you're just going to say, well, let's just limit it. Let's just not let you get there, okay? And so in that case, we're going to do a block from the top here instead of from the side, so that when they go to extend, it's going to feel taut. They'll still have function. You're just not going to be able to reach the very end range, which is going to then pinch or stress or irritate the posterior elbow, okay? So our components are, we're going to spray the area, okay? We want to make sure that, again, you have to remember from your foot and ankle, we have to kind of, it's pretty long, we have to kind of cover because the anchors have to go above to create the anchor position for the stabilization, for the actual treatment. So if you do it too close, you might not have enough support there. So you want to think, okay, like, where's my distance about that, okay? So they're going to kind of have their arm like a little bit relaxed. We'll have done a spray here. I'm actually, do you care if I just do a little bit? Just because this one with the, oh, there we go. Just a little, like a light dusting just to help this stay on. So she's going to just kind of stay like that for me. And then I'm going to just cover this zone. Okay, so now we're going to place our anchors. I think I'll use 2-inch for you. Now, if there's a bigger arm here, you might want to consider the 3-inch. Those that are huge. Okay, so again, remember, it's just kind of like there's our anchor. You don't need to overdo it because remember, you're going to have to re-anchor. So you don't want to have so much heavy tape on them. Okay, and so from here, oh, I'm going to do the MCL first. This one first. Okay. So from here, what we're going to do now is we're going to think of, okay, where's my block, right? That's probably about what I need. Now I'm going to show you two ways to do this. What's good is that in sports and in sports taping, you have options. So we could do something like one strip, right, like that, okay? But what have I taught you previously on other joints? That sort of crisscross gives us a really better stabilization, right? So that's where some of this comes in. So she's gonna hold kind of like that, yep. And then I'm going to, it's not even windy. Let's kind of go right. You want to sort of be right there envisioning that push. So these are pre-cut, okay, because you can have better control. Do you see that? How I did that? Similar to the finger, right? You made your little small X's on your collateral. Now, I then could choose, okay, is that enough? But generally, they're going to loosen a little bit. So we're going to add a piece. And what's nice about the Elasticon is it's got this really nice line. And I'm just like trying to push that tape into her. Because again, the point of this tape is that I don't want this to open up, okay? So if I can have a blocking sensation there at the joint line, it's not gonna open up as easily. And so she's gonna then come here, and then you could kind of put fingers to me too, or yeah, a little like a fist. Now I'm gonna go grab all this. Now I could choose to stop on the one below, on the one above, okay, and then I would close both of those. But I'm going to show you something else too. And this is also a technique that we use. Yeah, can you get me a full 2-inch? This is another one we use at the knee. If you suspect, thank you, if you suspect a collateral issue at the knee and you have no braces that you think you can use, this goes on the knee, okay? So watch what we do here. See if I can get it. See that? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Come on. Gotta get some props. I still got it. Okay, so you see how that, now we had literally 3 layers of stability on the arm. Now, the thing here is, what sport are they playing? Okay, is this a lower body athlete who fell, hurt their elbow, and doesn't need to use their elbow really? And you're just protecting their elbow. Like, that could be the case here. My overhead athlete, just try to move. Can you, like, go through? Can you still move? Yeah, okay, so this could be my upper extremity athlete who has an actual elbow problem. This is where you have to question, like, do I just close it and keep it minimal, or do I need this? Or do I leave this extra piece in my back pocket when, like, the 4th inning or the 5th inning or the 3rd quarter is happening and you're like, they're fatiguing, the tape is loosening, and you're like, my elbow's starting to hurt, what do I do? I could just go back out or have them come to me and add this last piece. I've got the structural piece protected, I just add more. And then they're thinking, okay, I'm good now. I can go back and finish. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go all in on the first round of the tape. You could start that way and just be like, rip that piece, and just finish with this. So you have options for your light blast on how you want to use that. Okay, but now again, we've got this 3-layer stability system that's protecting the elbow, okay, for the collateral.